Now, let me tell you why this is important and why I hope someday it will be a national movement or others will copy it. Number one, mostly because I met Hillary 37 years ago, I have learned a little something about child development. And I know that the brain of young people develops different ways. Different kinds of brains develop different ways. We have different kinds of intelligence. There is a lot of evidence that early and consistent exposure to art and music for some people dramatically increases their capacity to learn, to assimilate the written word, to write lucidly, even to learn math and science. What the THEA Foundation has done is, first of all, to give people art scholarships who are interested in art without regard to whether they're going to major in art in college, which has sparked a renewed interest in arts programs in high schools all across our state. Number two, they have tried to get people interested in the arts earlier by getting people to give works of art and then making them available in rural schools and urban schools across our state, many of which are really, really poor, and where these kids have never seen a painting before they came along. Number three, they recognize that even today, where in the schools where there are arts programs, believe it or not, a lot of the teachers have to pay for the art supplies out of their own pockets, undermining their ability to reach large numbers of kids. So they started something called Thea's Arts Closet to allow people to donate art supplies that they can then make available to teachers so they can teach more kids without having, in effect, to make financial sacrifices for themselves. And I think this is a model which ought to be in every state in the country, because we know that this is having a measurable impact on the learning capacity as well as on the quality of life of the students, not just those whose art you see here, not just those who get scholarships, but all those who are touched by it. And that's why we've had such good luck in having all the institutions of higher education in the state support the THEA work, why we've had good luck in getting businesses there to match the scholarship contributions offered by the schools, and why we've been able to keep seeing this thing grow day in and day out, year in and year out, thanks to their dedication. But this is something that, it's a nice thing to do, all right, and it's a touching story, but the reason you should be doing it is that every American community and every American state should be doing it. And the more you do this, the more visibility we acquire, the more likely it is that we'll either raise enough financing to take it to other states, or we'll get enough visibility that others will copy the model. Because it's tragic when you think of the extent to which young Americans have been cut off from the arts, and what the corollary consequences of this might be, not just for would-be budding artists, but for the intellectual and emotional development of a whole generation of young Americans. So I believe what they are doing is of tremendous significance. I'm honored to support it and honored to come here every year to thank you for supporting them. And if you agree with me, then I hope you'll talk to other people about this, because we've got a lot we can do in Arkansas, and we've got a lot we can do to expand it to other places. They have already been in touch with people from other states who are interested in this. But I think this is a very, very important part of teaching our children to continue to learn in a highly competitive environment in a highly interdependent world, where we need as much cross-cultural understanding as we can get, and we shouldn't cut ourselves off from the arts at the very time when it's both an intellectual and an emotional imperative to build the kind of world we want for our children. Thank you very much.